Last week, Stats Canada revealed that violent crime has more than doubled in Peel since 2015. Extortion is up almost 500%, sexual assaults nearly 79%, and motor vehicle theft 179% over that same period. Communities like this that once felt safe, raising a family, taking your kids to the park, enjoying a day out, have become places that you're scared to walk through. A neighborhood is supposed to be a place where you can feel safe. While Liberals continue targeting law-abiding gun owners, illegal gun crime has become rampant in places like this and in Peel. Brampton and Mississauga have seen an astonishing 103 shootings in the first 6 months of this year compared to 58 in the same time last year. That means that something isn't working. Firearms crimes are up 830% since 2015. Even the deputy chief of Peel Region said that it's not uncommon for multiple arrests to happen with multiple guns coming over the border from the U.S. Meanwhile, Liberal soft-on-crime legislation like Bill C-75 and C-5 and the so-called principle of restraint have made it easier for repeat violent offenders to terrorize once-safe neighborhoods. Canadians are seeing the consequences of these reckless policies. Communities across the GTA are witnessing attacks on their schools, on their community centers, and on their places of worship. Hate crimes are up 245%, and a staggering more than 340% when it comes to anti-Semitic crimes. We saw that play out on the streets of Toronto in the last week, while 2 Jewish-owned businesses in Toronto were shot at. Meanwhile, the Liberal government couldn't even answer how many folks in the IRGC agents they know that are here, whether they've deported them or not. In the last decade, the Liberal government in Canada has become a place where repeat violent offenders are released back into our streets, where hate crimes have become normalized, and where drug trafficking and extortion and gun violence run rampant. And families across this region, across Peel Region, and across the country are paying the price that puts the interests of criminals ahead of the interests of victims. With the release of the 2025 Stats Canada figures, Canadians learn that the total incidents of violent crime are actually up in the last year. They have risen by a whopping 57% since the Liberals took power. I want to say that the Prime Minister pitched himself as radical change. So far, this government has weakened the criminal code with the get out of jail free card in its flagship criminal legislation, empowering judges to ignore almost every mandatory minimum, including for extortion with a firearm, which we have seen a rise in this country of 330%. Meanwhile, the soft on crime bills that we've always had under the last Liberal government, and including this Liberal government, C-75 and C-5 remain on the books. With gun crime up more than double since 2025, the Liberals are still going after tested hunters and farmers and sports shooters with their costly gun grab. The point is that nothing has changed, and only the Conservatives have been putting forward real solutions that include the Jail Not Bail Act that would have ended Liberal bail. We also passed C-225, Bailey's Law, to protect the victims of intimate partner violence and to hold repeat offenders to account. We are here in this community and in communities across the country that hear this echo, that enough is enough. We've got to keep our streets safe, and it has to start with a real focus on crime, on criminals, and keeping those behind bars.